morning to all my fellow Americans. Here once again, my name is Eduardo Rodriguez. I'm going to start off today with a case in Cuba, as usual, because it's the same thing that the communists in Joe Biden's Islamic communist regime, which is imposing a way of life which is going to destroy the United States as we know it. They're letting Islamic terrorists come into the nation, to our nation. Pretty soon we're not going to be safe. Many of us are most likely going to die due to the criminal acts, the criminal, murderous acts of this treacherous and diabolical man. He's what I would call the 666. If it isn't him, but he is acting just like Obama, but worse. This guy's worse. Obama was bad. This guy's top of the line. Well, I just want to talk about a case of a kangaroo court, the kangaroo court of Cuba, which is the same thing Biden is imposing in the United States, his administration. The political prisoner Moncho Perez was given 12 years in prison, of prison sentence, for requesting the release. Listen to this. He didn't burn down anything. He didn't kill anybody. Just for requesting the release of all political prisoners in Diaz-Canel communist regime. That's all. I was compelled to start this video with this case because I wrote something on a piece on the video that the mother made. And it really impacted me and impressed me. Her love for her son, like all mothers. Or the majority of all mothers, except those who want to kill their newborn. Oh, God help us with this case, with the case of abortion. But like I said, I was compelled to mention this first of all the cases. There's other cases, like Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia, which his wife is Nelva Ismaray. Let me see if I just Ortega Tamayo. Nelva, she's a doctor, by the way. She's requesting the release of Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia, who's innocent. The man is the leader of UNPACO, which is a peaceful movement, which I applaud and I support him. Even though I don't agree with a peaceful confrontation with these diabolical communists in Cuba, who will not listen to reasoning. They will beat you violently and throw you in prison. Period. There's no way of negotiating and talking with reason. There was even one guy I remember. Let me see if I can remember his name. Who was murdered? He was murdered with another person. I'm trying to remember that. God, please help me with my memory. I'm just losing it. Osvaldo Payá Sardiño. Wow. Thank you, God. Help. Thank you, Lisa. He heard me. He was murdered. This guy did his movement against the regime that was violating a condition in their constitution, which permitted the opposition to participate in the Congress of Cuba, or let me put it, the Assembly of Cuba, or Parliament. And they immediately they removed it from the Constitution. That's how these people they're hypocrites, just like Biden, and they're going to do the same thing here in the United States. They're going to do the same thing, and we're going to be affected here in Puerto Rico because we're part of the United States. So, we have to do our part. Anybody that can do a little bits of part to denounce, let's do it. I'm doing it with presenting the situation of Cuba, which has been under communism for over 63 years. I think even more than Russia. And well, maybe not China, because China is still a communist state, but they have opened up the free marketing, which has helped them to boost their economy to the level of economic superpower, but with communist oppression, brutal communist oppression. They'll make you disappear in a jiffy if you complain or say anything against the Chinese. I forgot leader, which his name I just can't. That one I don't remember. Period. And I'm really not interested. I should remember because it's good to name it. And they're influencing in our economy thanks to the extreme left, thanks to Biden and his staff. Well, he has Bernie Sanders as Secretary of Finance, a communist, a hardcore communist. What can we expect? It's going to get worse. It is going to get worse. Right now, like I've been hearing on videotapes and reading bits here and there, that we're printing, the United States Treasury is printing money without any value, just printing paper. And it's going to happen just like in Venezuela, where our money is not going to be worth anything. I suggest that you reserve food. Food I think is going to be more valuable than any gold or platinum. Silver. You can save, because if you don't have, if there's no food, because they're destroying, and I wouldn't doubt they're doing it on purpose, because there's companies that have been destroyed from right to left. Suddenly an industry that would produce chicken meat, and other companies of food. It's all food, are being suddenly burned down, destroyed. So it's going to happen. So you're going to have all the gold you can have in the world, and there's no food. What are you going to buy? Where are you going to buy the food if there's no food? So I suggest respectfully, all those who are worried about it, invest in your own food reserves. Save up food. That's all I can say. It's going to be worth a lot more. You're going to see people dying all around you from starvation. And they're going to probably say, what this guy is not starving. Well, you just say, hey, I'm killing rats and all kinds of vermin, and anything that can, rats, snakes. Or I'm going to the river and fishing. Anything I can eat. And a lot of people are going to do the same. Probably pretty soon, there's not going to be anything left. They're going to scavenge everything, the whole countryside. And here in Puerto Rico, it's just a small island. A lot of people are going to die. God help us. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But the way I'm seeing things and my experience from reading and being on constant alert, I'm seeing what's happening all around the world. I don't think I'm wrong. I was seeing a video yesterday in Cuba where there's this people living in a house. And it's not the only case. I've seen a bunch of cases, but I'm just presenting one case. And I spread the video all around. I forgot from where it was. It could have been in Cubanet. It could have been in Paco, where the person was complaining. Look, they had water flooding in the house because they had holes in the ceiling, coming up to their knees. And there's no help. There's no help from the government. I mean, they won't help. And then they say that the person who's living there, who's over 50 years old, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he said he was 50 years old, has a whole bunch of conditions. You know, he looked like he was sick. And they told him, hell, you can still work. It's like seniors. You see seniors, like ladies that are like 70-something years old, almost 80 years old. You see them selling candies, and I don't know how they make those candies. Really, I just can't, you know, I'm impressed how people can make food and sell and make candies when there's nothing. And if you buy it, you're risking to go hungry because there's not enough money. You don't get enough money. You don't receive a pension sufficient or a salary sufficient to buy extra things. So I don't know how, you know, miracles. Maybe the family they're sending overseas, they're sending them money or sending little bits of parcels, and maybe the government is allowing it. I don't know. I really don't know. Because it's a nightmare. To live in Cuba is a freaking nightmare. And it's going to happen here. And it's happening here. It's not that it's going to happen. It's already happening here. You have veterans sleeping on the streets. Sleeping in the damn streets. Oh, let me see some. Okay, I got charged. Veterans sleeping in the streets. Right now, I couldn't have been. I need an operation on my right shoulder, a shoulder replacement. I think, shoulder replacement. And Biden is sending, I think, doctors from the VA hospital to attend illegals crossing the border. And I'm constantly in pain with my shoulder because I couldn't get the operation. I'm operated already on the left, due to my condition, where I was received a shoulder replacement. But then my right shoulder is in the same conditions where the doctor told me your case is catastrophic. Where to cut anything, if I'm going to cut with a machete or something, I need to use both my hands, and I can't last too long. It's like maybe not even 1 minute cutting something, and I don't have the strength in this arm, and the pain won't let me. And then I'm suffering also from the asiatic nerve. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, because remember, I've been here so many years in Puerto Rico, sometimes I forget how to pronounce the things correctly. But it's in the asiatic area, the nerve. I got it affected, which is, the pain is taking hold of my left leg, and I don't receive, let me see if maybe when I speak to my doctor, because I got an appointment on the 6th. But you know, there's a lot of things that are happening, and it's against us. And he's sending billions of dollars overseas to Ukraine, which is corrupt to the core. Zelensky, who's corrupt to the core. He's sending billions of dollars over, and he says he's going to send more. And then we're going to have to deal with it. You know, he doesn't care. You see him eating an ice cream, and I wish somebody threw an ice cream in his damn face. You see him eating an ice cream? Oh, you're going to have to deal with it. He doesn't care. The guy's a communist. The communists, they don't care. Obama didn't care. When they were the Muslims let me see what his name was. Bobby Soetoro, alias Barack Hussein Obama. That's what his name was. You know, the guy hates the United States so bad that he changed his name to an Islamic name. You know, they were bad. I mean, this guy, they were committing, the Muslims were committing in the United States beheadings and massacres. And he said, oh, no, Islam is a religion of peace. That's the only thing that came out of his mouth. He wouldn't explain anything. No, Islam is a religion of peace. That's all. And Biden is doing the same thing, but worse. The guy's doing it worse. He's accelerating the total annihilation of the United States. That's why I'm mentioning constantly Cuba, because it's the same communist system, the same communist people. Let me see what else I got here. Okay. Let me read this. I just got to read it. Just like what happened in the communist state of California, because this Gavin Newsom is a communist, another a freak from hell, where Larry Elder was attacked on video. I saw this on video where Larry Elder was attacked, and nobody charged. And the same thing has happened with Rudy Giuliani. It's the same thing. They attacked him. The guy smacks him in the. I've seen the video. You know, and I saw Giuliani when he kind of like leaped forward a little bit because it seemed like he hit him hard. And the guy just walked free. This guy walks free. I saw a video. He just walks out free. No, nothing happened. You can hit, you can kill on video a conservative, and nothing will happen. No, it's okay. No, don't worry about it. Nothing happened. He died. David Dorn is an example. They murdered him on the streets. Who was charged of that murder? Right there in videotape. They shot him in the back of I saw the video. Incredible. I've seen people hit a guy with a brick over the head. And no charge. Nobody charged. You know, we're living in the same type of system like in Cuba, where we're being persecuted. The conservatives are being persecuted, called Nazis, called extremists, called all kinds of names, fascists. And the ones who are committing the attacks and the murders and aggression and terror are them. It's the same thing they're doing in Cuba. They persecute, beat, right there on videotape, the opposition, or arrest them for no reason whatsoever, just because, hey, they have to arrest him, even though he hasn't, like one guy I was talking about, this young fellow, who had his identification, and they still arrest him. It's going to get worse. The problem about all this is going to get worse. It's going to get worse because we are dealing with people who are extreme communists. It's the same thing. That's the same thing. Like I always say, God bless Cuba. We need to support these people who are requesting a national strike in Cuba against the communist regime. But you know, it's almost impossible that it can happen because these people, the communists, they will persecute, they will arrest, they will do things before they have laws. Well, even though you're not accused, they will accuse you just because they believe you're going to do something. Just because they believe you're going to do something. Yeah, they had that law. Let me see if I can remember the law. Okay, this is the law of hoarding, which is acaparamiento. I'm trying to remember the other law, but there's a law. Predelictivo, which is pre-delictivo. I don't know how you say that in English. Pre-crime, that you were gonna, before a pre-crime, they have a law there, predelictivo, which they will accuse you of a crime without even committing it, just because they believe you might commit it. It's incredible. It's incredible. You know, I can believe a terrorist, you know, like like a Muslim, that'll fit them pretty well, but because you know, you never know, and just in case, deport them or arrest them. But you know, that's my opinion, which I know is against the Constitution, because there's freedom, but we need to protect those freedom. So it's not wrong to arrest, deport people who we believe, who belong to an organization which is a terrorist organization, which is Islam, or communism, to arrest them is not a big deal. I mean, we're defending our Constitution and our rights and our freedom. It's not a violation of the freedom, because you're taking out the streets people who are trying to destroy those freedoms and destroy the Constitution. Like I said, God bless these people who are fighting for their rights in Cuba. God bless them. And let's support these prisoners, political prisoners, so they can be free again. Jose Daniel Ferrer, many others, and Moncho Perez, and God bless the mother who I was very concerned, who touched me deeply. Her claim for her son, who's been charged and in prison for 12 years, or they sentenced him to prison for 12 years. Or I think it was. Well, I can't rely on my memory, so investigate it, because I already saw the video, and it had to do with something with 12 years of prison. And like I say, let's support that these people be free, these political prisoners. And like I always say, and I'm going to say this at the end always, I stand with God, the true God that created Christianity, the true God of Israel, eternally. God bless you all. And see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.